having crossed eyes, it's a muscle disorder that kind of your eyes are out of alignment and one eye may be pointing in or out or down. This problem can cause a decrease in your vision. However, the disorder can be fixed. A lot of people don't think it can be. Joining me now is Dr. Joseph Saravallo of North Columbus Eye Center. Thank you so much.
Hello, Dee.
This can be embarrassing. It can change lives, and people have been told, you say that there's nothing that can be done, but it can. Huh?
Yeah, I have patients come in all the time, and one of the reasons I wanted to talk about this is I have patients come in all the time, who've had misaligned eyes for years, and they'll say, "Have you ever thought about fixing that?" And he says, "Oh, my doctor told me nothing can be done for that." And we fix them all the time. And we'll say, well, no, actually something can. And once we fix it, patients are really amazed by how well it works and how good it looks.
So let's start with what is a misaligned eye?
Well, in normal visual system, the eyes are yoked. What we say is the eyes are yoked, meaning they're going to work together no matter what you try and do with them. When the right eye looks over, the left eye is going to go with it. When you have strabismus, the nucleuses in the brain that control the eyes don't work properly, so the eyes are no longer yoked, so they won't move together. And in normal posture, the eyes will be misaligned, either crossing, or going out. Okay. Now the eyes are always both in or both out. So if you look at somebody and they're like this, the reason they're like this is because they can't look at you like this. So one eye looks and the other eye comes in. So it's always a bilateral disease, okay? In adults, most of the time it'll happen if there's an injury or there's some disease and one eye doesn't see well.
So it can occur later in life?
It can occur at any point.
Wow.
Children can be born with it, or you can develop it at RHD.
Now, is this correct? I think I was doing a little reading in preparation for this interview, and it was saying that you don't feel anything necessarily because the brain will compensate. It will focus on one eye, is that right?
Yes.
So someone who's walking around like that, they're not in pain.
No. What'll happen in children, you'll see the child who's like this. Their visual system is very elastic. The child's visual system is changing and evolving up until they're about 8 or 9 years old. So if a child is like this, his brain is going to tell him he has diplopia, he's a double vision. So the brain is going to automatically ignore one eye. By doing that, he's not going to have double vision anymore.
Wow.
So one eye won't see. Now initially, that's just called suppression, where the brain's just ignoring the eye. If that goes on long enough, it develops what's called amblyopia, which is this is the term that the term lazy eye applies to.
Okay.
And that's the eye that doesn't see. And it's a normal eye, but the brain now ignores that eye. The visual system no longer recognizes that as part of the visual system. So one eye sees, one eye does not see. That's amblyopia. The misaligned eye is called strabismus, okay, and that is where the eyes are not. Now they can both see, or they can both not see, or one can see, one cannot see.
Wow!
But that's a totally separate thing from the amblyopia, the lazy eye, the one that doesn't see. And the reason it doesn't see, I'm going to repeat this, is because the eyes were misaligned. In a child, this will happen because the eyes were misaligned, and the brain was detecting two images that weren't fused. It ignored one eye, just shut it off from the visual system.
That is amazing.
So that's what happens. Now, when we talk about straightening the eyes,
yes, what can you do for someone who comes in and they say, "Rescue me! I need some help. I haven't found any help anywhere else." We
see it all the time. One professor I studied with when I was in residency actually did a study where he had a computer program and he could take a normal photograph and misalign the eyes. And he took all these pictures of the same person with straight eyes and misaligned eyes, and then he would go to different people and say, "Would you hire this person?" And he showed them the same picture with straight eyes, with misaligned eyes, and it was amazing how many people would say, "Well, probably not."
So that has affected their employability, their relationships, their ability to see.
Yeah. Now some people are worried that that this surgery wouldn't be covered because they consider it cosmetic. Well, this is not cosmetic. You and I have straight eyes. Okay, we're not having an operation to make our eyes different color or anything like this. We're having an operation to make ourselves normal, like 95% of the population.
That's good to know. So if you've been holding back because you felt I had to save all this money, then your insurance probably will cover it.
Most of the time it covers it, yes.
Excellent.
This is really quite a debilitating thing. Let's be honest. When you look at somebody whose eyes are misaligned, I mean, the first thing you look at somebody, you look at their eyes. When they're misaligned, you have a reaction to that.
And you look away.
Whether you want to or not. You try to ignore it, but it's there. and it can be fixed, and I think it should be fixed.
Now, the process, how long is the process? How would they be out of commission for a while? Or
No, the downtime is very short. The worst thing about the operation is that the eyes will be very red, initially after, but it doesn't affect the vision at all. We don't patch the eyes after the operation.
Oh, wow.
Patients by the next day, especially the children, we send the children back to school the next day. Their eyes are red, but kids don't care.
Wow.
He'll just go on like like nothing.
Good information, because there are a couple of people that I kind of see in the community a lot that have that problem, a misaligned eye, and I wonder why they never got it fixed, not knowing that they may have gone to other doctors who said they couldn't. So
I've had many patients come in, and I'll say to them, have you ever had surgery on your eyes? Have you ever thought about getting that fixed? And they'll tell me, I was told nothing could be done.
Wow.
And then when you tell them that something can be done, they're very anxious to get that fixed.
Yes. Well, thanks so much for being with us, Dr. Saravallo, and let them know how to get to your website.
Okay, the website is northcolumbuseye.com. And I just wanted to mention, we're opening the Auburn office, is finally going to be open.
Oh, congratulations!
Next week. And it'll be a full service ophthalmology and ophthalmology office. So
congratulations.
We'll be doing that.
And thanks
Same
for being
website.
with us. Wonderful. NorthColumbusEye.com.